Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Now, today I want to react to Mr. Checkmate tells his side of the story of what happened in Bronx River when Papi Hassan Campbell Bronx River bully got almost his snot bop rock. Let's get into it and see what kind of lies we can catch him in.
All right, people. For those of y'all that don't know, this is Mr. Checkmate.
Hello.
AKA Trouble, the brother that was with
Trouble?
me on the day when they tried to rock my snot box and hit him in the head with the headshot. So,
Right.
being that all y'all bloggers that never met the man, trying to speak for the man, I said, well, why don't I just put him on this platform and let him speak for himself? So in your own words, like, what was going through your mind? How did your day start? You know,
my day started crazy that day, man. I was in my bed throwing up. I had diarrhea, man. Left with
Diarrhea? You all right? You good? You ate at that late night taco trucks, huh? They always get you. Yeah, no.
Because of that, I get a phone call from the one and only Mr. Hassan Campbell.
that's me.
That was weird.
Campbell.
That's me.
He talked about suicide. We don't even talk that lingo. So to me, it raised a red flag. I jumped out of my bed. I said, you know what, man? Let me go out at my bro. Especially when he told me he was going to Bronx River, knowing all the back history while I was away. That was going on. So I called a couple of brothers up, like, yo, bro, meet me over here. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, you didn't see nobody because they came a little too late. But let's get to the story. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was talking. One in particular story I seen on YouTube, I pulled the phone out and I was body bluffing, faking, whatever you want to say. Let me explain something to you, little nigga. I don't do no faking, man. I didn't come out there to get busy. I came out there to get my brother because he was going through an issue. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people call themselves real. When you're going through certain situations and you hear your brother in distress, the only thing you can do in those type of moments, whether you got a knife, a gun, or you got to come barehanded, is you show up. That's what? You show up. You show up.
Okay, so I'm confused. So Hassan seems like he has friends, well, has a friend. I'm sure he got more friends that are there for him when he needs them. So why was he crying and, well, I wouldn't say crying, but why is he expecting help from strangers that never met him? That, like, his whole point of going to, Bronx River, he said that he wanted to go to the community and ask for help and he wanted to rally up the troops. I don't understand that. Like, how do you gonna go to somewhere and just randomly just tell people to come march with me? Like, shouldn't you want the people that know your story and are close to you? Why don't you rally up all the people that you actually know that's willing to, help you? Why ask complete strangers? I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, you show up. Because a lot of people didn't show up. There's people in the projects that knew us from day one. I heard the rumors. Everybody wanted to know who I was. They're trying to figure it out. It ain't nothing to figure out, man. Y'all seen the picture? He told y'all who I am, man. Go ask your big homies who I am, man. That's what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that y'all need to understand in life, man, when you got somebody that's going through a problem, you don't turn your back on them.
You mean like how the whole community did when I came out to tell my story about Africa Bambaataa when I went to Bronx River? Not because I was mad because Cassie got money, because I could have sued Africa Bambaataa. I didn't want to sue him. I wanted the community to show up.
You know.
Once again, how do you expect everybody to fight your battle? What happened to you was unfortunate, but you can't expect people that don't know to come help you. Now, whoever does know about the situation and they don't help you, well, I mean, you can't do really anything about that. I don't know. It's just like, if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't be worried about other people. I'll just be worried about me and how I can get justice. Like, I wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like you have people around you, so why not take those people around you and go make a difference? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
The crazy thing about it, man, a lot of people say things, but when it's time to stand on it, they never stand on it, bro. We have these conversations, and I tell you this as a man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas in Bronx River that went through what you went through. And I know this for a fact because I was there at that time. But they won't speak on it because they don't want the criticism, man. It takes a big man to speak on certain things, man. I got people my pop's age, from the Black Spades, from the Peacemakers. Shout out to Kool-Aid, man. That can come up here and tell you stories why Africa Bambaataa was never Black Spade or Peacemaker. We made them stars of the nation.
because of the rumors.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me say something real quick. What I want y'all to understand is, it wasn't just about me being tough or him coming outside, I'm a stunting, acting like he got something when he ain't have something. It was about a cry for help from the community.
I don't understand that part. But the community that you was in, that's a whole new era. Like, you just randomly just popped up and started yelling and screaming. But you in a whole new era. Like, the people that live there probably don't even, the people that you grew up with, I'm hoping they still don't live there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. Like, you, what, 40, late 40s, mid 40s? So the people that you grew up with, hopefully they still don't live there. So that's a whole different generation. That's a whole different community. So I don't understand why you went there. Those people that probably know probably don't even live there. I hope not.
To see if brothers and sisters would support me, not in going to court, not in getting a lawsuit. That can't change the narrative of my lifestyle. When it was time for me to go to court, I didn't want the bag.
That makes no sense, because the narrative would change if you was to get him guilty. People would actually believe you. See, that's what I don't understand about you. If you want to change the narrative, get justice through the law system where you can show facts and evidence, because right now what you're doing is just he say, she say, right? But when you go to the courts and that man is convicted by your testimony, boom, now you really got something to stand on. But you don't want to go to court and get justice? That don't make sense. That literally makes no sense. That is definitely one way that you can make everybody a believer. If you want to make everybody a believer, take that man to court, get him convicted. When he is guilty, off of your testimony, off of your story, by facts and evidence, everybody would believe you. That would change the narrative. But you coming on YouTube just talking about it, it's either they believe you or don't believe you. So I don't understand why you want to go to the community. I will go to the I will want justice through the legal system.
I wanted the backup, the love from the community, not to look in the other way the same way they looked the other way when I was a child. And let me correct something right now, right? Since we here, the younger generation in Bronx River, shout out to little Brian, right? Shout out to that generation right there. Much respect to y'all. Y'all don't have nothing to do with this situation. And man, exactly. Y'all never even got a chance to meet that man.
Exactly. Now, this is my first time watching this. That's exactly what I just said. The people that live there is not the people that you grew up with. So I don't understand why you went out there asking for help. They probably don't even know your story. The people that you grew up with, hopefully they transitioned into a better living condition. Hopefully the people that you grew up with still don't live there. I would sure hope so.
God protected y'all from that man. Shout out to little Brian. Shout out to big Brian. Shout out to Akeem. I know I came at Ak and some of the other brothers because I was listening to a certain YouTuber shout out Bronx River names that he didn't even know. So shout out to them. Shout out, much love to the people in Bronx River that don't have nothing to do. The generation, this generation right here, my beef ain't with y'all. I want to see y'all win. My problem is with them dudes that's 30 and up. They're standing out there watching y'all lives or watching y'all go down the wrong path. But I don't want to go too far off topic, because this is about this brother right here telling you from his experience, what he experienced with me out there on the battlefield when I was crying out for help. If I went outside, y'all already know about the old poppy, the way I went outside, prepared for battle.
Let me stop it right there, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's get back on track with one thing, man. The most important thing that I want to say, when I got there and I see my bro.
See, I think I'm going to stop the video right there, because that's one of my biggest problems with Hassan Campbell and this whole thing. He said that he does not want to go to the justice system. He wanted help from the community. And you want to change the narrative? Let me just go back and listen to this.
God protected y'all from that man. Shout out to little Brian. Shout out to the narrative of my lifestyle. When it was it wasn't just about me being tough or him coming outside, I'm a stunting, acting like he got something when he ain't have something. It was about a cry for help from the community to see if brothers and sisters would support me. Not in going to court, not in getting a lawsuit. Y'all can't change the narrative of my lifestyle. When it was time for me to go to court, I didn't want the bag. I wanted the backup, the love from the community.
If you That's just my problem about you in this situation. Like I said, the community that you grew up in is no longer there. I will hope they're no longer there. So your cry for help doesn't exist in that community because the people you grew up with is not there. And the narrative would actually change if you took that man to court and you got justice and justice was served and he got convicted off of your testimony from what you're telling us on YouTube. All these stories that you're telling us on YouTube, if you took that man to court and that man was convicted, the narrative would change. You would get justice and the community would help you. Well, they would definitely believe you. But I don't know, man. And you want to cry from help? If you want cry, I don't know. It's just like you're looking for help in the wrong place. That place that you went to don't know your story. Well, I'm not gonna say they don't know your story, but that's a whole different generation. So it's just like I don't understand why you don't want justice. It's like you want YouTube justice instead of actual legal justice. I don't know. Me personally, if something happened like that to me, I would want justice. I wouldn't just come to the internet and just talk about it. I don't know. Like, that's my biggest problem with Hassan in this thing. I'm not saying that it did not happen. I believe that it did happen. But I just think you're trying to, you want your, I don't know. It's, I just don't see why you don't go to the courts. You can literally, everything that you're saying right now, you can literally say this to a lawyer that can get you justice. You're already telling your story. Why not tell the same exact story to get justice? Like, that's my biggest problem with Hassan in this situation of his. I do believe that something happened, but I don't understand why you, I don't know. Do y'all, am I the only one that's just like, bro, why don't you go sue this motherfucker? If you don't want the money, well, don't sue him for the money. Just sue for justice. Sue to put that man in jail. I don't know. Y'all leave a comment down below. This is your boy, Dan B. I'm signing out.